Thanks again for joining the Trolls. Today we're going to be playing a game of Warhammer Fantasy 8th edition. It's going to be a 3,000 point game. We're going to have the Warriors of Chaos up against the High Elves of Uthalan. We will take you over to the armies and then show you guys the deployment after that. Here we go. Alright, here's our 3,000 points of High Elves. They are going to be led by an Anointed of Assyrian here. We're going to have a Lore Master of Hoeth, who's going to have the Book of Asher and the, what is that thing called? The Talisman of Preservation. Oh no, sorry, Talisman of Endurance. Our guy here in the Lion Cloak, he is going to be our Battle Standard Bearer, just because I love the model. And he's going to have a halberd. And then we're going to have a level 2 mage down there. For core, we're going to have a unit of 30 Spear Elves, a unit of 18 archers, another unit of 18 archers, a unit of 5 reavers. For special, we're going to have 2 units of 24 sword masters. For rare, we're going to have 4 bolt throwers, 2 eagles, and a Flamespire Phoenix. The level 2 mage rolled up Hand of Glory and Tempest. We're going to go ahead and keep those. And then, of course, the Lore Master has all the signature spells. So that right there is 3,000 points of High Elves, ready to take on the Warriors of Chaos. So we will turn around to the other side and see what the Warriors are bringing. Okay, tell me what the Warriors of Chaos are bringing today.
They are going to be led by a Demon Prince, accompanied by a Chaos Sorcerer.
Is he a Sorcerer or Sorcerer Lord?
Sorcerer Lord.
Gotcha.
3 Exalted Heroes, one of which is the Battle Standard, and this one has a the Mark of Nurgle. This guy just has a lizard face and a flail.
Gotcha.
They also have 2 units of 20 warriors, unit of 15 Nurgle warriors, 10 Chaos Knights, 3 Skull Crushers, and a Chimera.
All right. It's a nasty looking Chimera.
As for magic, my Sorcerer Lord will have Lord of Shadows with Melikoth's Mystifying Miasma, Enfeebling Foe, Pit of Shades, and Occam's Mind Razor. And the Prince will be taking Lord of Death with Aspect of the Dread Knight, Doom and Darkness, and the Purple Sun of Zerus.
Purple Sun. But with High Elves, it will probably not be as bad as the last time with Ogres, so that's a plus. All right, so here's a look at our table here. Got a nice big, some open spaces with some ruins and a chaos table in the middle that I guess the High Elves are trying to shut down before it can bring forth some nastiness. So we will bring you guys back after we're done with deployment. All right, here we are all set up for the battle line. I'll go down the High Elf line. Oh, these aren't needed. We have an eagle. I think I forgot to mention these in my army coverage. This is Sisters of Averlorn. We have the Reavers. The Lore Master is wandering on his own. We have a unit of archers. We have Sword Masters and the Battle Standard Bearers going with them. We have Spear Elves and the Anointed of Assyrian is going with them. Bolt Thrower, Archers, Phoenix. The level 2 Mage is down there in the forest, and that happens to be a fungus forest. Another unit of Sword Masters, Eagle, Bolt Thrower. On the other side of the field, we have Chaos Knights, Chimera, Warriors with an Exalted Hero. We have the Demon Prince, Warriors with the Battle Standard Bearer and the Chaos Mage, Nurgle Warriors with an Exalted Hero, and Skull Crushers. Another thing we forgot to mention is we're trying out something new. We're going to have it so that all Chaos Mages automatically know the Summon Infernal Legion spell from the End Times. So there may be the possibility that some demons could be showing up on the table. But for now, this is our deployment, and we are going to get ready and kick it off. We'll bring you guys back after turn 1. The Chaos Warriors have won the turn to see who goes first, so we'll see what they can do. All right, end of Warriors turn 1. This is where things sit. The Warriors are advancing on all fronts, though the Knights and the Chimera are a little bit faster than everybody else. The Demon Prince has taken up position inside the Chaos Shrine. Warriors are over there. The Nurgle Warriors wandered into a wildwood, but apparently they're grosser than the trees, so nothing happened to them. The Juggernauts are just crushing along over there. The Demon Prince fired out a was that Pit of Shades?
Purple Sun.
Oh, a purple sun at the Spear Elves, and one elf got sucked into the purple sun. So now I have that sitting in my backfield over there. So that'll be fun to deal with next turn. But this is where we're at the end of Chaos turn 1, and we will turn it over to the elves. Almost forgot to mention that the purple sun is still sitting back here. I decided not to dispel it on my turn, so we don't know where that could go next turn. All right, see you guys after Chaos Warriors turn 2. Okay, here we are at the end of Warriors turn 2. The Chimera has flown around to surprise the Bolt Throwers next turn. The Chaos Knights charged the Eagle fled, and then the Knights redirected into the Swordmasters. The Swordmasters brought down 1 Knight and lost 9 in return, but we managed to hold because we were steadfast. We'll see if the Phoenix can come in there and help us out. Over here, the Demon Prince flew behind our lines and threw a purple sun into the back of those archers, only killing 1, but it went so far, it ended up all the way over there and took out 3 Chaos Warriors. So that was fun. On this side, the Chaos Mage, he hit this unit of Swordmasters with a Miasma, reducing their movement by 2. And over here, the Skull Crushers, they charged and wiped out the Reaver Knights, but then ran off the board because they're frenzied, so they'll be back on the next Chaos turn. So this is where it sits. High Elves taking a bit of a black eye there, but we'll see what we can do to pull this one out. We're going to move over to High Elves turn 2. Okay, end of High Elves turn 2, and it's been kind of a give and take kind of turn. So over here, this bolt thrower failed to do anything to the Chimera. The Phoenix charged into the flank of the Knights. We lost that combat. The Swordmasters ended up holding, but the Phoenix failed. Also, thanks to our crappy magic roll, the Phoenix was -1 to strength this turn, so that was kind of a bummer. But on a high note, it took 3 bolt throwers, that one and those 2, but we did manage to pepper the Demon Prince to death, so he's gone. Our Eagle, trapped in the forest, rallied. We plucked off a warrior over there with the archers. This center kind of just backed up a little bit, and between archers and the Archers of Avalorn, we managed to pluck off 2 Nurgle warriors over there. So that's what we have going on. We're going to move over to Warriors turn 3 and see if we can hold on. End of Chaos turn 3, and the Skull Crushers have come back onto the board. The Nurgle Warriors charged the Eagle and wiped him out, and then reformed up, staring at the Swordmasters. Over here, the Sorcerer in that block of warriors over there, he hit this unit of archers with a Miasma, reducing their ballistic skill by 2. These Knights eventually killed off the Swordmasters, and well, they ran them down. the Swordmasters eventually broke, and then this is where the Knights ended up. Both my Mage and the Eagle in the Woods passed their panic test. The Chimera came over here and ate a Bolt Thrower. The other Bolt Thrower passed its panic test, so they may get one more round to shoot before they're gone. And hopefully we can rally that Phoenix before he flies off the table. So that is where it is, the end of Chaos turn 3. We're going over to the Elves to see what we can do. Here we are at the end of High Elves turn 3. The Phoenix managed to rally, so he's taking a stance back there. This Bolt Thrower, before the Chimera chomps on him, did manage to kill 2 Chaos Knights. The other Bolt Thrower over there killed a Chaos Knight. They did pass their panic test, though. These archers managed to take down 3 Chaos Warriors. Over here, we once again have our Eagle holding up a unit of Chaos Warriors. All right, over here, the Swordmasters charged the Nurgle Warriors. We did lose in a challenge. We lost our champion in a challenge to the Nurgle hero, but the Swordmasters managed to win that one by 2. And even with the Battle Standard Bearer next door, the Nurgle Warriors couldn't hold on, and they broke, and we ran them down. Over here, the Archers of Avalorn took a wound off the Blood Crushers, so that gives us a little bit of hope when they come in next turn. So the High Elves have managed to pull themselves out a little bit. I think this could still be anybody's game. The Warriors still have a lot of bodies on the table, and we still have a lot of lightly armored elves. So once these guys turn and that Chimera comes over, it's going to be a different ball game. But we'll see you guys after Warriors turn 4. Okay, end of Chaos Warrior turn 1, and the High Elves are sure glad for Steadfast. The Chimera came over and chomped on another Bolt Thrower. These Warriors charged up here, beat these Archers pretty bad, killed 7 of them, but they held because they were Steadfast. Over here, these Warriors destroyed an Eagle and then overran into the Spear Elves with the Anointed. Bad thing is those Warriors have Occam's Mind Razor on them, and then the Spear Elves have been miasma'd, reducing their weapon skill. And then over here, the Archers of Avalorn were charged by the Skull Crushers. Amazingly, we did 1 wound to them in combat, and that took one of the Skull Crushers out before they could swing, because they had already taken 2 wounds in previous turns. But ultimately, the Crushers did beat the Archers and are running them down. So that is where we sit at the end of Chaos turn 4. We will go over to the High Elves and see you guys on the other side of High Elves turn 4. Okay, this is how we sit at the end of Elves turn 4. We threw our Archers over here, our Bolt Throwers, and I think we killed 1 with a Searing Doom. So these Chaos Knights took enough wounds for a panic, and they failed their panic test, so they are running. The Phoenix moved over there to hopefully do something. These Archers are still taking a beating from those Chaos Warriors, but they managed to hold this turn. But surprisingly, the Anointed of Assyrian and the Spear Elves broke from the Chaos Warriors, and the Chaos Warriors are 1 inch away from wiping them out. Also, the Archers over here, they failed to rally. So the Swordmasters are like, we did our job, where's everybody going? We're going to go over to Chaos Warrior turn 5 and see what happens. All right, end of Warriors turn 5. The Chaos Knights here rallied. The Chimera came over here, charged into the first bolt thrower, munched on him, and then overran into this one to munch on them next turn. These Chaos Warriors chase the Spear Elves off the table, so they'll be back next turn. And the Skull Crushers chase the Avalorn Archers off the table, and they'll be back next turn. But in a stunning turnaround, these lowly archers managed to take out 3 Chaos Warriors this turn, and then the Chaos Warriors failed their leadership test, and they broke. So they are being run down, hopefully, by the archers next turn. So what was almost looking like a sure Chaos victory, we're going to play out High Elves turn 5 and see where things are sitting. Because it's not quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. But we'll catch you guys in turn after turn 5 and see where we're at. Okay, here it is at the end of High Elf turn 5. We were hoping to get some better magic off, but the Chaos Warriors, even without a sorcerer, managed to stop everything we could throw out. The Phoenix tried to charge into this combat with the Bolt Thrower and the Chimera as kind of a last-ditch effort. The Chimera killed the Bolt Thrower. The Phoenix completely whiffed. The Phoenix failed its leadership test, and the Chimera ran it down. Let's see. The Archers tried to run those guys down, but couldn't catch them. So that was a failed charge. We threw a lot of shots and magic at the Knights and couldn't manage to do anything against them. If we go another turn, these Skull Crushers are coming on. Probably something like that. And then these guys are coming back on. I do have a big unit of Swordmasters over there and some magic, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get through their armor before they can start getting into things and swinging. So we are going to call this one in favor of the Chaos Warriors. As far as the High Elves go, I was not impressed with the Phoenix. You know, I never really have a good outing with him, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. Maybe it's time to start thinking about something else. The Swordmasters, they did good. They cut into things once they hit them. They didn't do so great against these Knights, but against the Nurgle Warriors, they did perfectly fine. So maybe you retool the High Elf list a little bit. What are your impressions?
I don't really have any standout units for this time around. I think everybody generally managed to pull their weight, except for the Chimera. He was definitely really good at managing to get rid of those bolt throwers.
Yeah, he killed 4 bolt throwers and a Phoenix all by himself. So I would definitely make him your man of the match here. I did like running the Lore Master. It was fun having all the signature spells at my disposal. It just stinks that I only had one magic phase where I got more than 6 dice.
Yeah, like you said, our rolls were like terrible for this game.
Yeah, we had some bad dice rolls on both sides this game. But it was still a fun game. We're definitely going to come back to some fantasy. Next game, what are we playing next game?
Maybe some Clash of Steel and then some 40k.
Yep. So look for either some Clash of Steel or some 40k next. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.